Now here's my answer. And I actually didn't have this answer prepared when they asked me that. They kind of like put me on the spot, and I'm very quick. And I said to them, I said this. I said, think about it. If a majority of people, okay, don't have money, majority of people don't have money, but I bet almost every person here has had a great idea, a great business venture, a great invention, a great thought that could have produced money, but you need money to make what? Money. So you let that opportunity go because you didn't have the money to do it. So is investing an opportunity? Always. Because there's always going to be people with ideas that need money. So it just makes sense to get educated about investing. It makes sense to get educated about trading. It makes sense to get educated about business. Even if you don't become the next Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos, that's not what we're even after. What I teach people is this, that if you have one stream of income, okay, and that stream of income dries out, you're now a raisin. And you don't want to be a raisin. I don't want to be 28 years old raisin. I know one day I'll probably get there anyway, but we're talking two different raisins here, okay? So, for real. See, here's the thing about my friend when he called me. That was his only stream of income at the time. And when they said, hey, sorry bro, but we can't afford you anymore, he immediately became a raisin. Dried up. Now, so now we fast forward 3 years later, he's created a residual income inside of our company. He's created a trading income inside of our company. He's the gentleman, he started doing graphic design for our company, so he has a corporate salary. He's the one who created this PowerPoint, and he owns a media marketing agency. He has 4 streams of income. So, if he doesn't have a good week trading, he's not a raisin. He's still a grape. If he doesn't have a good week trading and IML fired him for whatever reason, it would never happen. I'm giving you a hypothetical. He's still a grape. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So all I want people to understand is that through life, we are building skill sets anyway. Okay, that's what our whole existence is really based upon, is building a skill set or building multiple skill sets, right? Some people are really good at cooking. That's a skill set. You weren't born a great chef. Like nature and nurture. No. You modeled somebody who was a great chef, or you studied someone who was a great chef and you became a great chef. And if we want to learn how to become financially free, then we need to follow people or follow a system that has those results. So I'm 29 years old, but 23 I started to learn this. So I left my job. I was making about 10 grand a month running a nightclub for a multi-billionaire named Tillman Fertitta. You guys may be familiar with Landry's Corporation. He owns the Houston Rockets as well. And Landry's is the biggest restaurant holding company in North America. I don't know if it's for the whole world, but he owns Bubblegum Shrimp, Rainforest Cafe, Morton Steakhouse, Caesar's Palace, like Golden Nugget, not Caesar's, Golden Nugget. I mean, this guy is like, you know, real deal. So I helped open up his nightclub, and I did it for about 8 or 9 months, and you know, we were doing really well. But I made a decision to leave because I understood that, number one, if I stayed there, I would always have a lid on my potential. I would always have a lid on where I could go. And I didn't want to have a lid in my life because I looked at the second thing I realized is that as I looked around at my colleagues, I looked around at the people I was working with, they didn't have the fulfillment. They didn't have the happiness. They didn't have the smile on their face that I was looking to have at the age of 35, 40, 50 years old. You know, one of the biggest breakthroughs for me was one of my best friends at the club. His name was Kyle. I was the VIP manager, and he was the food and beverage manager. And he would work 16 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, and he had 2 little daughters. And he was always like, you know, you could always tell he was kind of upset. You know, he loved being at the club, he loved being around good people, but there was just something missing. And one day he pulled me aside and he said, look, actually there was something important that happened first. His 2 daughters came in to visit him at the job. And he was so excited. They were in our office. We got to meet them, hung out for 30, 40 minutes, and then they had to go. And that day after work, he's like, look, man, I want to talk to you. Let's grab a drink after work. It was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. So we went and we had a drink, and he said, look, I'm going to give you the best advice that anybody could give you. He said, you're way too talented to get stuck here. He said, don't get sucked in.